Hi children, how are you? I hope you are fine and very good morning to one and all. Okay children, yes. So class 5 children, class 5. Today I am going to take the subject of science, class 5. What is the lesson number 2? The lesson number 2 is animals everywhere. Animals everywhere. So yesterday we have learnt about the different types of animals present in our environment. Okay, whether it's a land, water, air, the birds fly. Yes, that one. And other animals also like insects. Okay, in the water. Yes, so in the water they are called as aquatic animals. In the those who are spending the time most on the trees, they are called as arboreal animals. Okay, now we are going to learn about the breathing organs in the animals. Different type of animals, how they are done the process of respiration. Respirations, the process of breathing, of inhaling and exhaling is called as what? Inhaling and exhaling, that is called as air. Okay. Exchange of gases is called as breathing or respiration. Okay. So that organs we are going to learn about. Okay. So here, first one we are seeing the microbes. Microbes like paramecium, amoeba, and what you call as very small microbes are present in our even our body also, even in the air also, even in the water also. We can't see with our eyes. We can see only with the help of microscope. Okay. So those microbes also respire with the whole body. Okay, the surface of the body. Okay. In your books it is there through the surface, body surface. Yes, in the body surface they can be breathe and they can respire. Okay, and they can be where the different factors are present, there they can be present. Okay, so there are the different microbes are present, like paramecium is there, Euglena is there, amoeba is there, a lot of viruses are there, they also breathe. Okay, they also do the reproduction. Yes. Next one is insects. Insects doesn't have a hemoglobin. They are the lack of hemoglobin. Sometimes you children, what you do, you just go with a cockroach and you just kill it, and when you kill it, sometimes a white color substance comes out. Yes, that white color substance is called as hemolymph. That hemolymph is present in the insects. Okay, now we are going to study about the organs of breathing, means breathing organs in the animals. How the animals are breathe? They are breathing through the spiracles. They are breathing through the spiracles. Please learn this properly, children. spiracles, spiracles. If you see the insects and like butterfly or cockroach or something, you see spiracles, they are called as air holes present on its body, and they can exchange the gases. First, when they absorb the when they absorb the oxygen, all the process will be going through in them, and then it will expel the carbon dioxide to the environment. Okay children, so these are about the spiracles, and they don't contain the hemoglobin. Who consists of hemoglobin, children? Hemoglobin consists of mosquito. If you will just stab the mosquito, the blood will come. Whose blood is that? That blood is for the humans, and humans have hemoglobin in it. And hemoglobin is what you call as a red color substance or like red color pigment present in the blood. Okay, and it consists of iron. It consists of iron. Because of that iron, we are seeing as a red in color. But the hemoglobin is absent in the insects. That is why we are seeing as a white color substance. That is called as hemolymph. Okay children, I think you have understand this. Okay children, next one is fishes, the aquatic animals. The fishes, the microbes, they can breathe through the body surface. They can breathe through the body surface. Okay children, they can breathe through the body surface. Okay, and insects through spiracles. Okay, fishes, crabs, oysters, prawns, these are all aquatic animals. They breathe through their gills. Yes, they breathe through their gills. Okay children, the oysters, crabs, fish. So fishes have what? Gills to respire. Okay children, next one is reptiles. Okay, here, yes, reptiles like crocodile and reptiles like what you call as salamander. Salamander is an amphibian, but crocodile and what you call as different reptiles are present in our environment. Okay, like crocodile. Let us see the example of crocodile. How they can respire? They respire through the lungs. They respire through the lungs. The reptiles are respiring through the lungs. But snake is also a reptile. But the breathing organ of a snake is the scales. The scales, the skin present on the snake, it can respire through the scales. Okay children, this much you have to understand. This should be very clear. Okay, most of the reptiles, they have lungs, like crocodile is there, alligator is there. Okay, and they are respiring to the lungs. But what about the snakes? Snakes respire to the skin. They have scales. Okay, next one, amphibians. Okay, now I have told you about the salamander, frog, toad. These are all the what you call as amphibians. Amphibians, I'll tell you children what are the things. So suppose frog is there. Okay, when it is young ones, when the frog is in the young ones, like it is the stage of tadpole, it breathes through the gills. It breathes through the gills. Frog, when tadpole is grown, it becomes frog, right? Frog has a different ability to breathe. Okay, frog is an animal which can live on land as well as in water. Okay children, but on land it has lungs, it has moist skin. Okay, so when on the land it breathes through the lungs. Breathes through the lungs. And on water, in water they breathe through the skin, moist skin. Moist skin. Do you know children, moist skin like earthworms and other insects are also very slimy in nature, right? Like snail and earthworms. They also breathe through the moist skin. What is the spelling of moist skin children? M-O-I-S-T, moist, S-K-I-N, skin. Okay children, next one is humans. Humans have their own respiratory system. All animals have their own respiratory system. Humans have lungs. Okay, 2 lungs which you have to very take care of that children, and you have to eat very healthy food. And for lungs, just do the breathing exercise in the morning. Okay, the lungs will be very fine. Okay, and what I am trying to say, the humans as well as whales and dolphins, they are also mammals. The whales and dolphins are mammals. Why? Because they can reproduce their young ones. Okay, they are not laying the eggs. Frog laying the eggs in the water. That is the reason they have to come into the water. They have to reproduce in the water itself, and then they are respiring in the water through the moist skin. Okay children, one more thing I want to say children, whales and dolphins are the mammals and they are aquatic animals and they have lungs. They respire through the lungs. Okay children, I hope you have understand. Okay. Reptiles through the lungs only, and snakes like animals, they breathe through the scales. Okay. Amphibians like frog. In the tadpole they are breathing through the gills. On the land they are breathing through the lungs. In the water they are breathing through the moist skin. The humans, they are also mammals, but they are living on the land. They are breathing through the lungs. But in the aquatic animals, the whales and dolphins, they are also mammals. They are living in the water. They are breathing through the lungs. That is the reason you sometimes see dolphin is coming out of the water because to take air, because to breathe in the air. Understood children? But they don't have gills, right? But the fishes have gills. Fishes, crabs, oysters, these all have, they have all gills. That is the reason they can breathe through the gills. Okay, now I hope you have understand all the breathing organs of the animals. Okay children, take care children, bye bye.
Breathing mechanisms of animals. Mammals, birds and reptiles breathe air through lungs. Breathing in air is called inhalation or inspiration, and breathing out air is called exhalation or expiration. When we inhale, air enters the nose. The tiny hair in the nose filters out dust and other particles. Air then travels down through the windpipe into the lungs. The lungs are soft and spongy. They are enclosed in a bone cage called the ribs. The diaphragm, which is a muscle in the chest, helps draw in air. During inhalation, the ribs move up and out. The diaphragm moves down. The pressure in the lungs decreases and air rushes into the lungs. Inside the lungs, oxygen present in air gets absorbed by the blood, while carbon dioxide leaves the blood. Absorbed oxygen is then carried by the blood to other parts of the body. When we exhale, we breathe out carbon dioxide. The rib cage moves down and in. The diaphragm moves up, thereby building pressure inside the lungs. Carbon dioxide is then pushed out of the lungs. Fish, eels, and tadpoles breathe air underwater. When you see a fish opening and closing its mouth, you are actually seeing it breathe. Instead of lungs, fish and other aquatic animals have a pair of gills. The gills contain filaments. These filaments receive a good supply of blood. Water enters the mouth and passes over the gills. The gills take in oxygen from the water. At the same time, carbon dioxide in the blood passes into the water. The water is then passed out of the gills through the gill slits. Earthworms and amphibians, like the frog, have very thin permeable skin which allows gases to pass through easily. Blood vessels lie very close to the surface of the skin, so air gets absorbed directly into the blood. On land, frogs breathe through lungs. They are weak and unable to expand much. Cockroaches, mosquitoes, grasshoppers, lice, and ants are some insects. Insects do not have lungs or gills. Their blood does not carry oxygen. Insects have small holes called spiracles. These spiracles are connected to air tubes called the trachea. Air moves into the trachea through spiracles. Trachea is in turn connected to smaller tubes. These tubes are in direct contact with the body cells, so the circulatory system in insects does not play a role in carrying oxygen.